So hello there, welcome to Damon's Trains and Travels, welcome to the video. And in this video I'll be talking about 8 McDonald's Happy Meal toys that came out in 2004, which makes them 21 years old this year. And it is a number of toys from the children's TV series Clifford the Big Red Dog. And it was a show that I watched, but it wasn't, I wouldn't say, my most favourite show. It was an American TV show based upon a series of books. And I have watched American TV shows, but on the whole, American TV shows don't really sort of appeal to me, really. And a few years ago there was a movie of Clifford the Big Red Dog, and also there was a rebooted animated TV series which in my opinion didn't look as good. And I hadn't watched the film. Again, it was just one of them characters really that didn't sort of inspire me to sort of go and watch the film, whereas I know obviously Wallace and Gromit, you know, I've always loved, and obviously the same Pant and Bear, and obviously they're like British sort of icons. And again, I suppose I'm more into the sort of like the British ones, obviously being British myself, really. So yeah, I wasn't really inspired to go and watch it. And also, I mean, I think the cinemas become a lot more expensive, and I mean, now that I'm older as well, you know, I tend to go out a lot more and obviously do my railway related things and things like that, particularly obviously this time of year the weather's quite nice. You know, so I get out and about and do things, and you know, I think that's healthier than being sat down watching TV all day. Although I do still watch TV in the evenings and things like that sometimes, and you know, occasionally when I'm not working. But like I said, I don't really watch as many films or anything as I used to, really. And obviously now you can watch whatever you want, YouTube, whatever. So technology's changed quite a bit over the years. And it's funny actually, when the film came out, I wasn't aware of it until I went on holiday to Great Yarmouth when I saw some toys of Clifford. But there's 8 toys here altogether, and funnily enough, one of the characters, one of the dogs, TBone, in the United Kingdom, because there was obviously a UK version and a US version, and in the UK version he was voiced by Ben Small, who voiced Thomas and a number of characters in the CGI animated series of Thomas. And also he was in a show with Keith Wickham, another voice actor, and voiced Bernie in Watch My Chops, and Keith Wickham voiced Cornel the dog. And also Ben Small was in Lunar Jim and some other children's TV shows. And Lunar Jim I remember being quite popular at the time as well. There's 8 toys here, and 4 of them come with a book. And again, from what I remember the TV series, and obviously these books, is that they have stories with a moral in them, which is quite good. Another thing I will say is that these toys are made out of plastic, and quite a few years ago David Attenborough did a documentary about plastic and how it's harming wildlife. And I have to admit, until sort of, I mean, I think sort of like my late teens, early 20s, obviously when that was sort of broadcast, you know, I began to realise, even before that really, that, you know, we should be doing a lot more to look after the planet. And McDonald's did stop doing plastic toys, but then recently the Minecraft toys came out, and they are made out of plastic, but they're recycled. But you know, I've probably mentioned it in a number of videos, I've become a lot more aware of the damage that the plastics do to the environment one thing or another. But at the time, I really did like these toys. You know, I didn't really think about that sort of thing back then, really. But you know, McDonald's, although they were made out of plastic, which probably isn't the best, you know, they did make some great toys that were worth playing with. I mean, there was the odd occasion that McDonald's did bring out toys that I thought were a little bit pointless, maybe. But you know, particularly when I was growing up, the toys from what I recall were always quite good. But here's a better look at all the toys, and thank you very much for watching.